scientists. Today I'm going to walk you through a tutorial on Scratch. Scratch is a coding platform for kids. It uses a block-based coding, and it was created by MIT. There's a downloadable app and a web-based platform. We're going to use the web-based platform today. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to scratch.mit.edu. Now, when you land on this page, I'm already logged in, but you will have the option to either create a profile or log in if you already have one. I'm already logged in. If you're on your dashboard, you can also go to your profile. You can see what things that you've created. You can also follow people. And so if you have certain programmers that you really like the games that they're making or the animations that they're making, you can follow them. Parents, this is safe. All of the videos that are uploaded are checked by people at MIT that run Scratch. So every video that's uploaded does meet community guidelines. And if it doesn't, it's taken down fairly quickly. So first thing we're going to want to do is go ahead and go to Create up there in the top left corner. I'm going to give you a quick tour of Scratch before we get started. So first thing you're going to notice is over here on the left side that we have these blue blocks. And if we scroll down, they change color. We've got purple. Those are looks, sound, events, control, sensing, operators, variables, and then my blocks. They also correspond with these little buttons over here, and you can click those to get to where you want quickly. In the middle here, this is our workspace. This is where we're going to be dragging those blue blocks. This is our coding language here. A lot of times, computer programming looks like just a bunch of numbers and letters and symbols. But the people at MIT created this platform so we can use block-based coding. It's very similar. It's the same rules. You have to do step 1, step 2, step 3, but it's a bit more fun and a bit easier to visually see what's going on. So this space in the middle here is where we are going to be dragging our blocks to when we're creating our animation. Over here on the left side, we have our stage, and in the middle here we have our sprite. This one is Scratch Cat, and he is the default. This is the default little sprite that you're going to get every time you open up. You can create an animation with him. Or if you go down to the bottom left, you can choose a new sprite. You can click from their catalog. You can create your own sprite, or you can get a surprise sprite and Scratch will just pick for you, or you can upload your own picture, which is great. You also can control what the background looks like. We call it the stage again, and then we can change the backdrop. Currently it's white. We'll change that later. So right now we are going to go ahead. I'm going to say bye to Scratch Cat, and I'm going to get a let's do a we're going to do a walking bear today. We're going to have our little bear walk across the screen for us. So I'm going to move him off to the side, and you'll notice if you look at these values down here, we can actually hide our bear or make him pop up again. We can also change where the bear is on the screen by changing these values. Scratch works on an XY coordinate plane that runs straight through the middle here. So Y is up and down, just like the arrows show, and X is left to right, just like those arrows show. And starting in the middle is 0, 0. All right, so the first thing we're going to want to do to get our bear moving is we are going to go to Events, and we are going to do when the green flag is clicked. So we always want to start with something that has this rounded top. So it can be when the green flag is clicked, when the space key or any key is pressed on your keyboard, when you click the sprite, or it can be when something happens on the screen. So if a backdrop switches, or when one of your programs sends a message, you can have your program, the next program start. All right, so today we're going to do when the green flag clicked, which is up here. All right, and if I'm going to have my bear walk across the screen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say move 10 steps. Now, at this point, we're going to check our program. It's pretty simple. Our bear should move 10 steps if we have done this correctly. So I'm going to press the green flag. Look at that. My bear is moving across the screen. But every time I have to click the green flag. And it just kind of looks like he's sliding. So let's see if we can get him to walk. The next place we're going to go over to costumes. And you can see there are actually a lot of costumes. And if I click through, we can actually make it look like our bear is walking across the screen. So let's head back to our code. Let's see if we can go and find somewhere in looks that will help us out. Looks like if we have them switch costume. Now I'm going to have my bear switch costume to bear walk B. Awesome. Okay. Now let's try it. Or I can click up here. Well, see, now he's just in the same bear walk B costume, which is not what we want. Let's try next costume. So a lot of what programmers do is you're going to try out a program, you're going to try out your code. It might not work the first time, or it might not do exactly what you want the first time. So we're going to try and experiment. All right. Oh, now it looks like our bear is walking. There it is, walking across the screen. But I have to click this green flag every single time to get our bear to walk across the stage. And that is not very efficient. Let's go to control and see if there's anything in here that can help me. Over here, we have weights. This is a repeat or a loop. This is a forever loop. This is what we call an if-then loop. Makes sense, if-then. This is what we use if we have something that we want to happen when something else happens. So we say, if bear turns purple, then jump up and down. Let's go ahead and put a repeat around our blocks. Now let's see what we got. Hey, awesome. Now our bear is moving all by himself, at least about a quarter of the way or a third of the way across the screen. How can we make that a little bit better? Let's go ahead and make this repeat 30 times. Now let's try it. Oh, very cool. So our little bear is moving pretty quickly. Maybe we'll make him move a few more steps each time. Now let's try it. Yay! All right, so now we've got a little bear moving across the screen. Let's go ahead and change his backdrop so he's not just walking across a white screen. Let's have him walk across a chalkboard. I think that'd be funny to put a bear in the classroom. All right, so maybe we'll have our bear be a teacher that's walking across the classroom. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, so that's a very simple animation. We've got our little bear. He can move across the classroom. We've changed our backdrop. This can go ahead and get you started. Very simple program. There's a lot that we can do in Scratch, but that is your challenge for today. Go ahead, see what kind of program you can build in Scratch. Can you get a bear to dance? Can you get a butterfly? Can you take a picture of yourself and put it into Scratch and see if maybe you can do a little jig? When you are done with your project, you're going to want to name it up here on the top. Name it Bear in Classroom. And it's going to automatically save to your profile, so you don't actually have to worry about saving it. If you create a game, I would love to see it. You can go ahead and hashtag ExplorationWorks Scratch, and I will be looking. All right, scientists, thanks for exploring with me today. Until next time, stay curious.